From a long and illustrious basketball career that started back in high school to scrambling the Suns' team balance and depth after getting traded in, this is why Kevin Durant needs to retire. Starting with his prolonged career that started from high school. And not just one school, KD showcased his skills across 3 different schools before he finally wrapped up his junior year. All those skills helped him get on board playing for Texas University and joining the college ranks to step up his career. My man's talent was on full display as he dominated the NCAA during his freshman season. I mean, he averaged a jaw-dropping 25.8 points, 11.1 rebounds, and 1.3 assists per game. His team, the Longhorns, rode the high road with KD leading the charge and clinching a number 4 seed in the NCAA tournament. Heck, he even scooped up multiple achievements, like getting his hands on the John R. Wooden Award, the Naismith College Player of the Year Award, and becoming the first freshman ever to win any of the National Player of the Year awards. Flash forward, with his college career behind him, he finally got into the NBA through the 2007 draft, when he got snatched up as the 2nd overall pick by the Seattle Supersonics. Durant wasted no time making his mark either. He joined the exclusive club of LeBron James and Carmelo Anthony as the only teenagers to average 20 points per game. And that was in their rookie seasons. KD kept showcasing his skills on the court and reached new heights during the 2013 to 2014 season when he claimed the league MVP title. I'm talking about averaging a mind-boggling 32 points, 7.4 rebounds, and 5.5 assists per game. My man went on a scoring spree, notching 30 or more points in an incredible 12 consecutive games. That even surpassed Michael Jordan's record for consecutive 25-point games. But Durant's hunger for success didn't stop there. In 2016, he joined the Golden State Warriors and helped them become an unstoppable force. I mean, they went on to claim back-to-back NBA championships, with KD shining as the NBA Finals MVP in both victorious campaigns. Unfortunately, the basketball gods had other plans during the 2018 to 2019 season. Our boy suffered an Achilles tendon injury in Game 5 of the NBA Finals against the Toronto Raptors in the playoffs. This injury put an end to the Warriors' dream of a three-peat, and Durant faced a grueling recovery ahead. This is also when people started to talk about KD retiring on a high note. But to him, every setback is just a setup for an epic comeback. So on June 30th, 2019, he revealed his plans to join the Brooklyn Nets. And on July 7th, he officially sealed the deal through a sign and trade agreement. From the moment he stepped foot in the NBA back in 2007, KD has achieved a lot more than he or any NBA fan had imagined. I mean, our boy has become both a household name and one of the most accomplished basketball players on the planet. And why wouldn't he, when he's got some flashy skills on the court that helped him snag the NBA's Most Valuable Player award in 2014? I mean, leading a team like the Golden State Warriors to 3 glorious NBA championships is no joke. When it comes to KD's specialty on the basketball court, it's all about racking up those precious points. This guy has an impressive 26,892 career points as of the 21st of May, 2023, and he's already made his mark among the NBA's elite. Just ask Devin Booker, who admires how effortlessly he puts the ball through the hoop. I mean, defenders try their hardest to challenge him and block his shots, but he's just built different. So different that he's already sitting in 2nd place among active NBA players on the all-time scoring list, trailing behind the legendary King James, of course, who stands tall with 38,652 points as of the 21st of May, 2023. But the big question is whether KD can beat him before his contract expires in the 2025 to 26 season, or before he injures enough to retire. Well, looking ahead, KD still needs about 6,500 points to catch up to Bryant and around 5,000 points to surpass Jordan. So assuming he plays an average of 65 games per season and doesn't retire, he'd need to average about 34 points per game to overtake Bryant and 27 points per game to surpass Jordan. But let's shift gears and talk about championships. He already has 2 championships to his name. So it's safe to say that he has a solid chance of adding another championship or even 2 to his collection this season. I mean, playing alongside a talented roster like the Suns could help him become the GOAT in terms of both scoring and winning titles. Who knows? He might even match King James in championship count. That is, unless he retires as he draws closer to his 16th NBA season. I mean, he is 34 years old. But the thing is, he's still passionate about the game. He even told Logan Murdoch in an interview that he wants to play until he can no longer give it his all. Sure, he does need to retire and get some hatred from his teammates too. More on that later. But he's in a relentless pursuit of success. Back in 2014, he even said that he might play until the age of 40. While circumstances may have changed since he joined the Suns, the future does look promising for both him and the team. Or does it? Well, when it comes to KD, some might argue that trading him in was a risky move for the team, especially with his age. Sure, the trade has held its weight so far, and we've been watching him show off his incredible skills on the court, but maybe exploring retirement might not be such a bad idea for this legendary baller. I mean, let's face it, he's had his fair share of injuries throughout his career, from that devastating Achilles tendon tear to numerous other setbacks. His body has taken quite a beating, and as athletes age, the risk of recurring injuries and longer recovery times becomes more possible. That's why some argue that it was risky to trade him, especially for Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson, Jay Crowder, 4 future first-round picks, and a pick swap of all players. I mean, retirement would help the player minimize any risk of damage to the team. The Suns have given up a lot just for him, but thankfully he's determined to cement an unforgettable legacy, so it might be too soon to count him out. He's already achieved greatness on the basketball court with multiple championships, MVP titles, and scoring milestones under his belt. It's safe to say that he might have already carved out his legacy, but then again, retiring would solidify his place among the all-time greats, allowing him to leave the game on top. So is it time for Kevin Durant to hang up his sneakers? Well, it's ultimately his decision to make, and there are lots of reasons to consider retirement. But it doesn't seem like he wants to slow down, despite the hatred he's had thrown at him by his teammates sometimes. Speaking of which, he had some bad blood with Draymond Green a few years ago when he was with the Warriors, and his decision to join an already stacked team drew a lot of criticism from fans as well. For the most part, they felt that having him on the team changed the team's dynamics and disrupted the chemistry. But a particular incident between Durant and Green during a game in 2018 stood out. I mean, their on-court argument spilled over into the locker room and became a public spectacle. The disagreement centered around a last-second shot attempt by Durant, highlighting how off-balance the team had gotten. Needless to say, this got everyone talking about his future, especially the Phoenix Suns' decision to trade him so late in the season. On one hand, acquiring a legend like him was the right move, but the acquisitions and trades that happened to get him on the team ended up costing the Suns. Not only did it just hurt the balance and depth of the team, but they had one of the most disappointing playoff exits. One trade that raised eyebrows in particular was the deal involving Dario Saric and Darius Bazley. I mean, Saric is an experienced big man who's known for his tough defense and ability to shoot threes. So naturally, fans were disappointed when he was traded out to the Oklahoma City Thunder for Bazley of all people, the one guy who's had very little time playing with the team. I mean, Saric provided lots of depth and size to the rotation, even if he couldn't have single-handedly stopped Nikola Jokic. But Bazley and another addition just ended up being bad for the team. There's of course the point guard situation as well, because the team has faced countless offensive struggles. There was a big upset after they let go of Saban Lee too. I mean, having a valuable third point guard option would have balanced out the team and somewhat justified trading in Kevin Durant. But I suppose time will tell whether or not our boy still has what it takes to bring glory back to the team. So from scrambling the Suns' team balance and depth after getting traded in, to a long and illustrious basketball career that started back in high school, this was all about why Kevin Durant needs to retire.